Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. Before we begin, allow me to introduce myself.
All right, we're here with Hassan from V1 Tech.
We're here with Hassan from Team V1 Tech.
V1 Tech, I worked with Hassan.
It's from our friend Hassan over at V1 Tech.
Hassan was part of the winning team for that. Yeah, he did a great job.
All right, so we got Hassan here from V1 Tech.
Shout out to Hassan from V1 Tech for great work. Really good partner. Definitely recommend anything he does.
Those were made from V1 Tech. I had them do them custom for me.
These backplates are from Hassan over at V1 Tech. I know you've heard of them before. Their website is also in this video's description.
The Rocket League case here is from Hassan Elo from V1 Tech.
I do want to point out some awesome mods like the MSI fan grills, the custom cables, and even the backplates, which are all from V1 Tech.
I got a post.
19 minutes, 24 seconds.
Hassan, man, he's got a lot of potential there.
If anybody asks me, what do? I usually tell them it's something to do with sorcery and magic.
They got second place, and they actually made one of the most detailed, beautiful cases I've ever seen.
Alienware's always had style as well as power, and the mod scene, it definitely agrees. The winner of Alienware Arena Mod-Off contest was V1 Tech with his beautiful Area 51 that commemorates the 20th anniversary of Alienware.
If you want to see the full videos for the clips mentioned, see the link in the description. If you're into PC modding, tech, and other related information, or just want to follow me on my journey on building a company, subscribe. If not, get out of here, and I'll see you guys in the next one. All right, so that's my intro. That's a video from 2017, so we've come a long way since then. But I figured I'd play it just to give some background of where we came from. I want to go over a little bit about how I started the company, a little bit about who I am, and where we're at today and where we're going tomorrow. So V1 Tech, I started off just, as a hobbyist, doing my own PC mods, and would take my own just cool computers to QuakeCon, play video games and have fun with the community. And they had a mod contest there, and I entered it a few times, and I placed a few times. It got into CPU Magazine back when they were still a thing, and then started doing trade show builds as a side gig, where I do like cool artistic PC builds for big companies like Corsair, Cooler Master, as you guys saw, Alienware and Intel. But from there, I kept trying to figure out how to streamline the process, make it quicker, because those projects would take hundreds of hours and they'd cost a fortune. And I would get, buddies of mine just wanting their computers tricked out, and I really couldn't afford to just, spend the time to trick out their PCs for not a lot of money. So that's when I got into design work and figured out how to automate a lot of the processes using like equipment like laser cutters and different types of equipment. And in the video you might have saw like the TechSource builds and Salzar Studio builds where it's all dual layered acrylic. So that's kind of how I started, where I would take different colors of acrylic, laser cut it, and layer it to make cool different designs. From there, it progressed to when, RGB became a thing. I wanted to figure out how to integrate lighting. So I would source these 50/50 standard 12-volt RGB strips. I figured out how to route the acrylic so we can lay it between the two materials and do a frosted, basically sandblast a piece of acrylic as a second layer instead of a color. And that way I could get RGB backplates. And so I invented that product. And then that went on to what we have now, which is crazy. It's addressable RGB backlit, full dye sublimated with an LED reactive polymer. So you get these crazy like full color effects that change colors depending on the backlighting with different artists. And we can black out certain areas, so you get this like really 3D effect. They're thinner than ever. The RGB you can control with any software. It connects to your motherboard, connects to Corsair iQ. It's just come such a long way, and the products now are super streamlined. We ship probably around 200 orders a day now, and we've got a much bigger lineup. So from where I came from to now, it's like now anybody can do what I used to be able to do, actually better, with just a few click of buttons on our website. plug and play products and create trade show level builds that can take your build to the next level and also make it uniquely your own, without having these super expensive equipment or even being an artist yourself. You can just go on our website and do all that. But yeah, so I want to show you guys a little bit on our website what we have. So our main product is our backplates. These are super popular. We make them for any GPU model under the sun. So since I've started, it was about when AMD's 4000 series came out, and I believe NVIDIA was 2000 series. So everything since then, I've been, getting the dimensions for. So everything that comes out now, it's a lot easier. Back then I had to actually have people send in their dimensions, or I'd have to buy the graphics cards, scan them, get the dimensions, and then return, sell them at a loss, or it was a pain. But now we got the connections to actually get a lot of the dimensions before the cards even come out from actually working with the brands like Asus and Gigabyte and whatnot. But on our website, the way I did it is, instead of selecting your graphics card model first, since we can tailor any design to whatever card, you would first either choose to create your own design, or you could browse through a bunch of our different designs on our website, and then you just click in, and we got kind of a reference image here. But of course, it's going to be a little different based off your graphics card. But you have the option, if you don't want any lighting, you can remove that, and it would save you a little cost. We can add rear clearance cutouts for rear IOs for typically MITX boards that need it. If you need a clearance cutout for your RAM, we just do a cut along the entire backside to make sure there's no clearance issues with M.2s or RAM or anything like that. These are going to be the cables. So if you don't get this, you just get the 5-volt motherboard header cable that pretty much connects to a lot of different controllers out there. A lot of people already have some RGB in their PC, so we figured we could save you the cost if you have a controller you want to connect it to, or if your motherboard has that header. If you don't, you can just get this, and this will add a SATA-powered remote controller. It'll add the Corsair iQ cable and a Gigabyte Fusion VGG cable for Gigabyte motherboards, especially the older ones. And we also do these matching support brackets. If you want to get it with the backplate, you do save 10% off. And if you already have a controller or you have a 5-volt motherboard header, you can just get a 4-way splitter if you want to connect multiple products to just one power point. You can also get this and this if you want to do multiple things to the remote or Corsair iQ. It's funny, I've taken Cooler Master fans and LED strips and made them work with Corsair iQ just using this adapter and the 4-way splitter. I don't know if they like that, but it works. And then here you just select your graphics card model. So you can go NVIDIA, we could do the new cards like the 3080s, and we could do a Founders, and we give you a little reference. We haven't updated this for all the models, but you can ask us for a reference if you're curious. We would actually make it like this so that, it doesn't cover any of the vent cutouts. I could show you for EVGA, we got these little cutouts here for the fan pass-throughs. So we've made this so the airflow can escape where the fan is, and you don't see any heat issues with our backplates. They also mount with magnets that are a little bit 1.5 millimeters off your stock backplate. So there's plenty of room for any heat dissipation needed to keep your card cool. And we got some heat testing videos here as well for you to go through. Little installation guide, pretty simple. Select your design, and then yeah, that's it for the backplates. After that, we got our support brackets. Support brackets are really cool. I'll go through our custom designer real quick. But in here, you can upload your own images for any of our products, and it would show you a live render of what it would look like. You could add text. You could change the base layer here, just like that. And then you can even select from our pre-designed images to go in here as well. The support bracket's really cool because it has this bump stop that slides either way, and we have 2 different size bump stops that go up and down. So you can support your graphics card no matter what size it is. You can just move this down a slot if it's really thick, like a 3-slot card, or if they make a 4-slot card, we can support it. and they're all one size fits all. The cool thing about this is it's also ARGB lit, and you can sync it with all our stuff. But here you can do the same options, and it's pretty simple. Add to cart, whatnot. The fangirls are pretty cool. So we just brought these back. We used to do them, but it used to be the dual layered acrylic. So since we've added the full graphic, we cut them out just because the turnaround times were pretty bad. But now that we got them back up, it's pretty cool. So using our same dye sublimated method, we can actually make these semi-transparent so they grab the light. So they're sandblasted and then dye subbed. So these fangirls will actually glow, unlike others, which will block the light of your fan. These will actually grab the light and glow for whatever design you want. And you can also do like, if you have a 240 or a 360, you can go in here and do a custom design. For our case panel covers, I made it so you can just enter your own dimensions. So we're going to add actually pre-designed panels for certain cases, but because there's a million different cases out there and I haven't started that process yet, right now you could just go in here, you like this graphic, you could just enter your dimensions, and we'll make it perfectly to that spec, and it'll fit your case. So for PSU shroud covers or these vertical covers, we could do that here in the case panel side of things. The LANallNIGHT PCO11, the 011 XL are the only two cases right now that we have the pre-designed, dimension pieces that you can order here. Of course, got to have cables. We got ARGB cables here. These are just the LANallNIGHT Strimer cables. They're the only addressable RGB cables on the market. So the difference between addressable and non-addressable is if it's a 12-volt non-addressable 4-pin, all these will have to be the same color. Same with our back plates and stuff. Versus addressable, you can change the color of every individual light, making some really cool patterns and effects. And that's kind of what I like to lean towards when selecting our new LEDs. These are AIO covers. These actually don't have any LEDs integrated. They use the LEDs off of your stock AIO. And if you don't have backlighting, it would just be a regular plate with no lighting, but it would still look cool. We got these like for the Corsair Elite that just pop off with the screws. And these are really fun. You can customize your own. And it's a real cheap option. With our current discount, we're running a little sale. These would be like $17 each. And it's a cool way to just add some customization to the center of your PC. Drive covers are pretty straightforward. If you have any hard drives or SSDs showcased anywhere in your build, but they're like a HyperX brand where it's all red and you're trying to go for like a blue and purple theme, it stands out, you can just cover it with one of these, or even just take it to the next level by customizing it with something you like. We got Boba Fett over here, or Joker. And these are our new M.2 heat sinks that we just dropped. So they're ARGB backlit, they got a heat pad, and it's all aluminum, and it syncs with everything else as well. And these will fit any standard size M.2. And of course, we got the customize your own option as well. Accessories here, we just got some LED strips, some anodized thumb screws, just a little. And if you need to get the remote later, we got some helpful little things here to trick it out. That's pretty much our entire lineup. I kind of want to show it to. Oh, actually, I forgot wall art. So wall art's something new we got into with the the chip shortage this past year. We're trying to figure out new, more mainstream products to offset any losses from backplate sales. You can't get a graphics card, you can't get a backplate, and that's something we got into. I was doing it for myself. I had some art pieces that I made, and some coworkers made some. So we're like, why not bring plexiglass art to the market? And the cool thing is, you can backlight these as well. Currently, we don't have an option. We got to get those, adapters for. Right now, we have LEDs for the inside of your computer to connect like anyway inside your computer, but no like USB or AC outlet type setup. So we're getting those manufactured now. They'll be ready around January, hopefully, and then you can do backlit art as well. So we'll have RGB wall art, but it's really cool. It's all plexiglass. And you can see here all our different artists and the designs that they make. But yeah, now that you've seen it on the website, we'll go ahead and bring it in person, and I'll show you this PC right here. Am I on camera? Cool. All right, no worries. I'm gonna crouch here, try to be in the camera. But I brought a PC here to LANallNIGHT to showcase it. This one's decked out with Searlight Designs. It's one of our artists. He's really popular with this lo-fi, like anime themed stuff. We got a support bracket here. We got a case panel, PC shroud right here, vertical one. We also do these ARGB fans. These are actually really low cost. So the goal for these were just to have an option that's unbranded, as low cost as possible, so people can have ARGB fans. They're just $10 each on our website. And then we got the back plate here, a EK AIO cover. We got the fan grill on there. And something you can't really see on camera, but this is something we're going to be offering soon. Get it up. It's this mesh panel on the top. So this is actually die subbed as well, but we can die sub the actual metal and the mesh of any case. So we're going to have a service where you can ship your own stuff in, and we can take an order for that. Right now, there's no option on our website, but if you hit up our customer service, we can still take an order that way. And then we got the plexiglass wall right here. You can see it's really glossy. So the thing is, I wish we could do this on our mod parts, but if you make it super glossy like this, you have to make the panel thicker to incorporate that LED strip. With wall art, we can make a frame that's as thick as we want it, and it would be no problem. But for the mod parts, for clearance issues and whatnot, we got to make them about 3/16 of an inch or about a 1/4 inch. So matte the only option we got. But yeah, that's the plexiglass wall art right there. And the PC. Let me see if I can take questions from the crowd, because I feel like I've gone over everything. Yes, you sir. There. Recently, yeah. So we just partnered with Virus Graphics. Here, let me show you if I could pull his stuff up on our website. But I would always see him at conventions and stuff, and he pretty much doesn't give his designs out to anybody. All his products are his own. And so I thought it'd be difficult to get him on, but after he wanted to trick out his PC, he actually reached out to us and wanted his art on the product. And his stuff's just crazy. I mean, if you could, you could see it on the website right there. But he does this super like graffiti style, really detailed art, and super honored that he wanted to actually get his stuff on our website and on our products. Yeah. Any other questions? Let me get on. So, yes. Yeah, and the cool thing about this one is it's not even flat. So we actually have like this is the Facto Design Meshify C, I believe. And the front panel has like these hexagonal, like kind of breakouts. Oh yeah, I could turn it. Just gotta make sure. Yeah, so we can actually, what we do is we have to focus on the 2 different points, and then it will have a height adjustment as it's printing. So it's like a laser focus, and it'll actually go up and down while it's subbing the front panel there. But yeah, we could even do, as long as the offsets aren't too drastic, we can print on non-flat objects as well, which is cool. In terms of like future products that we're working on, we're gonna be trying to, the PC11 is a popular case that we're trying to like get stock for, that we could like print on it and ship right out the gate customized. And we're trying to do that with more products. So some other products we're trying to do that with are like water blocks. So we're trying to get like EK or someone to license with, where we can have their products in-house and actually customize them out the gate. But theoretically, we can mod anything, right? If we had like some graphics cards, we could even do limited edition graphics cards or motherboards. We saw Asus do that with the Gundam line this year, and we're like, okay, that's cool. They made like 1,000 of them, and that's one cool design. But we could do that with thousands of different designs. There's no limitation. You can put your gamer tag on it, and it's almost like there's not a need to do limited edition if we just make this more scalable and possible. And that's been one of our biggest challenges is doing custom made to order is not it's not something you can mass produce. So everything we do is made to order, and we've been trying to figure out since the beginning, like how do I keep scaling that to make it more and more efficient, but also increasing the product quality and adding more customization versus, making it worse, which is what typically comes out of mass production. But I think we've been doing a really good job with it, and things keep getting better and better. We got some, like I said, the RGB wall art's gonna be coming out soon, so we're gonna be doing like 3-panel sets and 6-panel sets. We're gonna try to do like case panels, like really big ones, like this back panel. Right now, it's really been, if we add anything that's, the LEDs can really only go on one side the way we manufacture them. So if we make anything too wide, you'll lose a lot of the lighting the further down it gets. And so that's a challenge we've been working on. So hopefully once we solve that, we can actually do like full panel stuff like the back of PC cases and whatnot. Yeah, but our Black Friday sale for this year, we're actually starting it already right now in October. The idea is if we can get orders now versus all at once, we can have a regular steady turnaround time and not a 3-week to a month backlog like we usually do after Black Friday. So for starting now, I think right now our turnaround time is like 2 to 3 days. We expect it to go up to be about a week, mid-November. Then right after Black Friday, it's going to be 2 to 3 week turnaround times. So right now is the best time to get on it, and it's a 50% off discount, same discount we'll have Black Friday. Any other questions? All right, well, thank you guys for having me. It's been an honor being here, and I'm glad I could showcase all these products to you and talk about my story. And I hope you come follow us along on our journey. You can find us at V1 Tech pretty much everywhere, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, and of course our website, v1tech.com.